Hi. Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And can you see and hear me clearly?
Yes, I can see yes, I can see you clearly.
Okay. Gabrielle, how's our Wednesday going? Is it a happy Wednesday, sad Wednesday, boring Wednesday?
Just Wednesday.
Just Wednesday. Okay. So we are going to make your Wednesday better by having Callan.
Okay.
Let me just put you on the side. Let me change the layout of. Can I? Uh-oh, I can't, right? So I couldn't. Anyway, please tell me if you have the book in Callan already.
Oh no, I don't have the book.
Okay, so I will just note for our reading activities to be skipped. Now, for today, we're going to have your revision. After that, we're going to have a dictation. And then let's proceed to your new work.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, let us start. Now, this is our table, okay?
Okay.
Now, where's my left hand? Where's my left hand? Your left hand's
It's over
over
the table.
Let's contract. Hand is hands
Hands
over the table.
over the table.
Now, where's my right hand? Where's my right hand? Your right
Your
hand's
right hands
over the pen.
the pen.
Where's my left hand now? Where's my left hand now? Your left hand's
hand
on the table
on
now.
the table now.
Where's my right hand now? Where's my right hand now? Your right hand's
Your right hand's
over the pen
your
now.
Now.
Why do we say my left hand is on the table, but my right hand is over the pen? Why do we say my left hand is on the table, but my right hand is over the pen? We say your left hand
You say your left hand
is
is
on the
over
table,
on the table,
but your right
but
hand
your right hand
is over the
over
pen
the pen
because your left
because
hand
your left hand
is not covering
is
the
not
table
covering the table
completely,
completely,
whereas your right hand
whereas your right hand
is covering the pen
is covering the
completely.
pen completely.
What's over our heads? What's over our heads? The ceilings
Ceilings over
our heads.
over our heads.
One more time, over our heads.
Over our heads.
What's over that building? What's over that building? The skies?
The skies
Over this
over
building.
this building.
Now, what am I doing? What am I doing? Your right hand
Your right hand
is over your mouth.
is over your mouth.
Do you think it's a bad idea to go to England if you want to learn English well? Do you think it's a bad idea to go to England if you want to learn English well? No, I
No, I
don't
don't
think
think it's a bad
it's a bad
idea
idea to go
to
to
go to
England
England if you
if
want
I
to
want
learn.
if I
If I
want
if I want to learn
to learn
English
English
well,
well. I
I
think
think
it's a
it's a
good
good
idea.
idea.
Do you think it's a good idea to learn some English before going to England? Do you think it's a good idea to learn some English before going to England? Yes,
Yes,
I
I
think
think
it's
it's
a
a
good
good
idea
idea
to
to
learn
learn
some
some
English
English
before going to
before going
England.
to England.
Does it often snow in the warm countries of the world? Does it often snow in the warm countries of the world? No,
No,
it
it
doesn't snow.
doesn't snow.
Sorry. No, it doesn't often snow.
No, it often no no sorry.
No, it doesn't
It
often
doesn't
snow
often snow
in the warm
in the warm
countries
countries
of the
of
world.
the world.
It rarely snows
It rarely snows
in the warm countries
in the
of the
warm
world.
countries of the world.
Is it very often cold in Africa? Is it very often cold in Africa?
No,
No,
it
it isn't
isn't
very
often
often cold
very often cold in
in
Africa.
Africa. It's very
It's
rarely
very
cold
rarely cold in
in
Africa.
Africa. Do you often go to the theater? Do you often go to the theater? Yes, no.
Uh,
No, I
no, I
don't
don't
often
often
go
go to
to
the
the
theater.
theater. I rarely go
I rarely go to the
to the
theater.
theater. Does the sun often shine in the north of Europe in winter? Does the sun often shine in the north of Europe in winter? No, the
No, the
sun
sun
doesn't often shine
doesn't often shine
in the north of Europe
in the north of Europe
in winter.
in winter.
It rarely shines.
It rarely shines.
Do you understand two people when they speak very quickly in English? Do you understand two people when they speak very quickly in English?
No,
No,
I
I don't
don't
understand
understand
two
the
people
two people
when they speak very
when they
quickly
speak very quickly
in English.
on English.
Not on, in English.
In English.
Do you understand everything I say during the lesson? Do you understand everything I say during the lesson? No, I don't.
I understand. Okay, no, I don't
Understand
understand
everything you
everything you
say
say
during the
during
lesson,
the lesson,
but I understand
but I understand
nearly everything you say.
nearly everything you say.
Okay. If the first time you don't understand a question the teacher asks you, what must you do? If the first time you don't understand a question the teacher asks you, what must you do? If the
If, it,
first time
if the first time
I don't understand
I don't understand
a question
a
the teacher
question, the
asks
teacher
me,
asks me,
I must ask her
the teacher asks me, I must ask her
to repeat it.
to repeat it.
What exactly do you say to her? What exactly do you say to her? I say, I'm
I say,
sorry,
I'm sorry,
I don't
I
understand the
don't understand
question.
the question.
Will you repeat it,
Will
please?
you repeat it, please?
Do you think it's easy to stop smoking? Do you think it's easy to stop smoking? Yes, no.
No, I don't
No, I
think
don't think it's
it's
easy
easy to
to
stop
stop
smoking.
smoking.
I think it's
What,
difficult. Oh,
very
sorry.
complicated. Thank you. Yeah. What does the verb to talk mean? What does the verb to talk mean? The
The
verb to
verb
talk
to talk
means
means
to speak.
to speak.
Do you talk to your friends on your mobile every day? Do you talk to your friends on your mobile every day? Yes,
No, I
no.
don't
I
talk
talk
with
to
my
my
friends
friends, not
in the
with,
mobile.
to,
Ah, no, I don't talk with my friends.
not with. I don't talk to
Ah, sorry. I don't talk to my friends
on my mobile
on my mobile
every day.
every day.
What does the teacher generally do if you start talking to the student next to you during the lesson? What does the teacher generally do if you start talking to the student next to you during the lesson? If I start
If I start
talking to the
to
student
talking to the student
next to me
next to
during
me
the
during the
lesson,
lesson,
the teacher
the
generally
teacher
asks
generally
me
asks me
to stop
to
talking.
stop talking.
Is it right to say I am talking English? Is it right to say I am talking English? No, it
No, it
isn't
isn't
right
right
to
to
say
say
I am
I'm talking
talking
English.
English. It's wrong.
It's wrong.
What must we say instead? What must we say instead? We must
We
say,
must
I'm
say
speaking
I'm
English
speaking
instead.
English instead.
Can you hear any voices in the next room? Can you hear any voices in the next room? Yes, no.
No, I
No, I
can't
can't hear
hear
any
any
voices
voices in
in
the
the
next
next
room.
room. What's the past tense of the verb to do? What's the past tense of the verb to do? The
The
past
past
tense
tense
of
of the
the
verb
verb to
to
do
do is
is
did.
did. Let's repeat one word, verb.
A verb.
Very good. Now, how do we form the past tense of regular verbs? How do we form the past tense of regular verbs? We
We
form
form
past
past
tense
tense
of
of
regular
regular
verbs
verbs
by putting
by
the
putting
letters
the
ed
letters ed
at the end.
at the end.
Give me an example, please. Give an example, please. For example,
For example,
walk, walk.
walk, walk,
One more time, walk, walked.
walk, Walked.
I generally walk to school.
I generally walk to school.
I walked to school
I walked to
yesterday.
school yesterday.
Did you watch television last week? Did you watch television last week? Yes, I watched
Yes, I watched television
television
last week.
Did you walk to school yesterday? Did you walk to school yesterday? Yes,
Yes,
walked.
I went to school yesterday.
Walked
I walked to school yesterday.
yesterday. What did you use to answer the last question? What did you use to answer the last question? I used my voice
to
to
answer the last question.
When did last season end? When did last season end? Last season
Last season?
ended
I don't know.
on the
This-
first week
On the first week
of February.
of February.
Did you work last month? Did you work last month? Yes, I worked
Yes, I worked
last month.
last month.
How long did last season last? How long did last season last?
Last season
lasted
last about
3 months.
3 months.
Did you live at home with your parents when you were a small child? Did you live at home with your parents when you were a small child? Yes, I lived
Yes, I live at home
with my
with
parents
my parents
when I was a
when I
small
was
child.
a small child.
Did you move any parts of your body during the last lesson? Did you move any parts of your body during the last lesson? Yes, I
Yes, I
moved
moved
some
some
parts
parts of my body
during the last
during the
lesson.
last lesson.
How do we make a negative sentence in the past tense? How do we make a negative sentence in the past tense? We make
Make
a
a negative sentence
in the
in the
past
past
tense
tense
by using
by
the
using
word did
the word did
and the infinitive
and the
without
infinitive
to.
without to.
Give me an example, please. Give an example, please. I didn't work
I didn't work
last Saturday.
at Saturday.
Not at, last.
Oh, sorry. I didn't work last Saturday.
How do we make a question in the past tense? How do we make a question in the past tense? We make
a question in the past tense
by using the
by
word
using
did
the word did
and the infinitive
and the
without
infinitive
to.
without to.
Give me an example, please. Give an example, please. Did you work
Did you
last
work
Saturday?
last Saturday?
Did I ask you 1,000 questions last lesson? Did I ask you 1,000 questions last lesson?
No,
you didn't
ask me a thousand questions
last
last lesson.
lesson. Did last lesson end at 11 p.m.? Did last lesson end at 11 p.m.? No,
last lesson
didn't end
didn't end
at 11
at
p.m.
11 p.m.
It ended at
It ended at
2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Did you talk to anybody in your family last week? Did you talk to anybody in your family last week? Yes, no.
Yes, I talked with somebody. Yes, I talked to somebody in my
In my
family
family last
last
week.
week.
Did you call anybody on your mobile phone yesterday? Did you call anybody in your mobile phone yesterday? Yes,
No,
no.
I don't
didn't.
call. I didn't call anybody
on my
on my mobile phone yesterday.
Did you want to come to school today? Did you want to come to school today?
Yes, I want to come to school today. Yes, I wanted
to come
to school
today.
today.
Can you see any trees from where you're sitting? Can you see any trees from where you're sitting? Yes, no.
No, I can't see
any
trees
from where
I'm sitting.
Do you live on a farm? Do you live in a farm?
No, I don't live on a farm.
What's the plural of sheep? What's the plural of sheep? The
Plural of sheep
is sheep.
The plural of sheep is sheep.
Okay, one more time. Not ship. Let's make it longer. Sheep.
The plural of sheep is sheep. Like that?
Yes, but the first one, the plural of sheep is sheep, like that.
Same. The plural of sheep is sheep.
Very good. Name some animals we can see on a farm. Name some animals we can see on a farm. On a farm?
In a farm?
We can see
pigs,
cows, sheep,
chickens,
and horses.
One
more time. Sheep. No S. Sheep. Okay. Is there peace between all the countries of the world at the moment? Is there peace between all the countries of the world at the moment? No, there isn't peace.
No, there isn't peace
between all the countries
of the world
at the moment. Can we measure exactly the quantity of water in the sea? Can we measure exactly the quantity of water in the sea? No, we can't measure exactly.
No, we can't measure exactly the quantity of water in the sea.
Yes. Is it necessary to study a lot if we want to learn a subject well? Is it necessary to study a lot if we want to learn a subject well?
Yes,
it's
it's necessary to
to study
study
a
a
lot
lot
if
if
we
you
want
want
to
to
learn.
learn.
Let's
If
one more time. Not you. We. If we want
if we want to learn
a subject
a
well.
subject well,
When you have a meal in a restaurant, do you generally pay by cash or by card? When you have a meal in a restaurant, do you generally pay by cash or by card? When I
when I
have
have
a meal
a
in a
meal in a
restaurant,
restaurant,
I generally
I
pay.
generally pay by cash.
And who takes the money from you? And who takes the money from you? The waiter
The
or
waiter
waitress
or waitress
takes the
take
money
the money for
from
me.
me. If I want to go from there to the station, must I go along ABC Street? If I want to go from there to the station, must I go along ABC Street? Yes, if you
Yes,
want
if you want
to go from here
to go from here
to the
to the
station,
station,
you must go
you must go
along
along
ABC Street.
ABC Street.
Which streets do you walk along when you go home? Which streets do you walk along when you go home? I walk
I walk
along
around
IT Park Street
IT Park Street
when I go
when
home.
I go home.
Is there a white line along the road from there to Mactan? Is there a white line along the road from there to Mactan? Yes, there's
Yes,
a white
there is a
line
white line
along the road
along the road
from here to
from here
Mactan.
to Mactan.
Which is the quickest way to the station from there? Which is the quickest way to the station from there? The
The
quickest
quickest
way
way
to the
to the
station
station
from here
from here
is to go along
is to go along
ABC Street.
ABC Street.
Which is the best way to remember something very well? Which is the best way to remember something very well? The
The
best
best
way
way to
to
remember
remember something
something
very
very
well
well
is to repeat
is
it
to repeat
often.
it often.
Do you know the way from there to Mactan by road? Do you know the way from there to Mactan by road? Yes, no.
No, I
No, I
don't
don't
know
know the way
the way
from here
from here
to
to Mactan
Mactan by road.
by road.
What's the best way to learn a language? What's the best way to learn a language?
The
The
best
best
way
way to
to
learn a
learn a
language
language
is to
is
study a lot
to study a lot
and repeat
and repeat, repeat, and
and
repeat.
repeat. How often do you come here? How often do you come here? I
I
come
come
here
here 5 times a
a
week.
week,
A
5 times a week.
5 times a week.
How often do you go to the cinema? How often do you go to the cinema? I
I
go
go
to
to
the
the
cinema
cinema
about
one times a month.
one more time, about once a month.
Oh, I go to the cinema about
Once
once
a
a
month.
month.
How often do we live? How often do we live?
We only
live
live
once.
once.
One more time, that lives. We only live.
We only live once.
How often do you text your friends? How often do you text your friends? I text my
I
friends
text my friends um,
twice a day,
twice a week.
twice a week. Okay. Is it good for the health to eat fresh fruit and vegetables? Is it good for the health to eat fresh fruit and vegetables? Yes,
Yes,
it's good
it's
for the
good
health
for the health
to eat
to eat
fresh fruit and
fresh fruit
vegetables.
and vegetables.
Let's repeat one word, health.
Health.
Yes. Be careful with your TH sound at the end, okay?
Okay.
Now, which is healthier to have with our lunch? Chips or salad? Which is healthier to have with our lunch? Chips or salad? Salad is
Salad.
healthier.
It's
Is healthier
it's healthier
to have with our
to have
lunch
with our lunch
than chips.
even chips
Not even chips, than
than
chips.
chips.
Is it healthy to go to bed late every day? Is it healthy to go to bed late every day?
No,
It
it
isn't
isn't
healthy
healthy
to
to
go
go to
late
bed late every
every
day.
day. It's unhealthy
It's unhealthy
go to
to
bed
go to bed late every
every
day.
day. 2 plus 2 equals 7. Do you agree? 2 plus 2 equals 7. Do you agree?
No, I
I
don't agree.
that
2
2
plus
plus
2
2 equals
equals 7.
I disagree.
I disagree.
Do you agree that Paris is an ugly place? Do you agree that Paris is an ugly place? No,
No,
I don't
I don't
agree
disagree. I don't agree,
that
Paris,
Paris
that Paris
is an
is an
ugly
ugly
place.
place.
I disagree.
I disagree.
Do you always agree with everything people say? Do you always agree with everything people say? No, I
No, I
don't
don't
always agree
always agree
with
with
everything people
everything people
say.
say.
Sometimes I
Sometimes I
agree.
disagree.
One more time. Sometimes I agree,
Sometimes I agree.
and sometimes
And
I disagree. Oh,
sometimes I disagree.
okay. Which is it right to say? I agree.
Sorry, a little lack of
No,
connection. Okay.
Which is it right to say? I agree or I'm agree. Which is it right to say? I agree or I'm agree. It's right to say I
Try to
agree.
say I agree.
14 plus 80 equals 94. What am I doing? 14 plus 80 equals 94. What am I doing? You're adding
Adding.
14 and 80.
Again, please.
You're adding
You are adding
14 and
14
80.
and 80.
Is it complicated to add the numbers 15 and 30 together? Is it complicated to add the numbers 15 and 30 together?
No,
it
it
isn't
isn't complicated
to add the
add
numbers
the numbers
15 and
15
30
and
together.
13 together.
One more time, 30
13 together.
together. It's simple.
It's simple.
What do we sometimes add to our tea and coffee? What do we sometimes add to our tea and coffee? We sometimes
We sometimes
add milk
add milk
and sugar
and
to
sugar
our tea
to
and
our
coffee.
teas and coffees
What? Not coffees, coffee.
and coffee.
What do we add to our regular verb to form its past tense? What do we add to our regular verb to form its past tense?
We add
letters,
ed.
the
We add the letters
ed
ed
to our regular
to
verb
a regular verb
form its past tense.
to form in past
One more
tense.
time. Not it, it's.
To form its past tense.
Can you jump over that table with both your feet together? Can you jump over that table with both your feet together?
No,
I can't
jump
over this table
over this table
with both my feet
with
together.
both my feet together.
Can you jump up and touch the ceiling? Can you jump up and touch the ceiling? No, I
No, I
can't
can't jump up and
and
touch the ceiling
Why not? Why not?
because
Because
the ceiling is too high.
contract the ceilings
The ceiling's
too
too
high.
high.
Can you jump as high as a house? Can you jump as high as a house?
No,
I can't jump
jump as
as
high as a house.
Now, please look at the drawing or the picture and here, that point. Please tell me now what's this? Was this?
It's a
It's a
corner
corner of
the
the
table.
table. Are you sitting in a corner of that room? Are you sitting up in a corner of that room? Yes, no.
No, I'm not sitting
in a
on the
corner.
corner
Or not on in
in a corner
this room.
from this room.
Can you sit at the corner of a round table? Can you sit at the corner of a round table?
No,
I can't sit
I can sit
at the
on the
corner
corner of
a
a round table
Why not? Why not? Because
because
a
a
round
round table
has no
had
corners.
no corner.
Corners.
Had no
Sorry,
corners.
had no, has no
Has no corners.
Okay. Now please look at the picture once again. Now I am here. Now where am I standing? Where am I standing? You're
You're
standing
standing
at the corner
at the corner
of the table.
of the table.
Now where am I standing? Where am I standing? You're standing
Standing
in the corner
in the corner
of the room.
of the room.
It seems like I'm on the chair, right?
Yeah.
So I should have, moved it. Okay. Now,
Maybe
can
you
we-
want to touch the ceiling. That's why
probably.
you are in the chair like jumping like.
Yeah, because I couldn't reach the ceiling. Okay. Yeah, let's continue. Can we go by ship from Paris to Milan? Can we go by ship from Paris to Milan?
No, we
can't
can't
go by ship
go by ship
from Paris
from Paris to Milan
Why not? Why not? Because both
because
cities
both cities
are
are
inland.
inland.
One more time, inland.
Both cities are inland.
Yes. Is a boat larger than a ship? Is a boat larger than a ship?
No,
a boat isn't
isn't
larger.
larger than a ship.
It's smaller.
It's smaller than a ship.
Are we almost at the end of the lesson? Are we almost at the end of the lesson?
No, we
aren't. Almost
Almost at the end of the lesson.
Does almost everybody in that country have a mobile phone? Does almost everybody in that country have a mobile phone?
Yes.
Almost
Almost everybody
in this
in
country
this country
has a mobile
has a
phone.
mobile phone.
Where do we generally see people sitting at desks? Where do we generally see people sitting at desks? We generally
We generally
see people
see people
sitting at desks,
sitting at desk.
offices, and classrooms.
Can you repeat, please?
In offices
In offices
and classrooms.
and classrooms.
In some jobs, can
In some-
people work? Question.
Sorry,
In-
sorry.
in some jobs? Can people work from home instead of going to an office? In some jobs, can people work from home instead of going to an office? Yes, in
Yes,
some
in some
jobs,
jobs, the
people can work. No, that sorry, not the people. People can work from
can
home
work from home
instead of going
instead of going
to an office.
to an office.
Is it easier to get a good job in your country if you speak English? Is it easier to get a good job in your country if you speak English?
Yes,
Yes, it's easier
Yes, it's easier
to one
to.
more time. It's
Yes, it's easier.
easier. Hi.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, now one more time.
Yes,
Yes, it's
it's
easier
easier
to get a good
to
job
get a good
in my
job
country
in my country
if you speak English.
if I speak English.
Not I, you.
If you speak English.
When does next season start? When does next season start? Next
Next
season
season
starts on
starts on
the last week
the
of
last week of
May.
May.
Maybe. No. When,
Maybe.
when's your birthday? When's your birthday?
My birthday. It's
on.
on
Let's
my
confirm.
birthday. Oh, sorry.
My
My
birthday.
birthdays.
Oh
Oh,
no,
sorry.
birthdays. My
My
birthdays
my birthdays
on
on 29th of July.
on the 29th.
Of the 29th of July.
Okay. What do we say to people on their birthday? What do we say to people on their birthday?
We say
happy
happy birthday
to
to
people on
people
their birthday.
on their birthday.
One more time, on their,
On their birthday.
not birthday, birth.
Birthday.
One more time, birthday
Birthday. We say happy birthday
to
to
people
people
on their birthday.
huh?
On their
in their
not,
on their birthday. Oh, sorry.
okay, not
Okay, again.
birthday.
Birthday.
Okay, let's repeat that one word. Birthday.
Birthday.
That's better. Okay, now, what can we say when we meet a friend? What can we say when we meet a friend? When we meet a friend,
When we meet a friend,
we can say,
we
hi,
can say,
how are you?
"Hi, how are you?"
What can we do when we meet somebody for the first time? What can we do when we meet somebody for the first time? When we meet
When we
somebody
meet somebody
for the first time,
for the first time,
we can say, hello, nice to meet you.
we can say,
Hello,
"Hello,
nice to
nice to meet you,"
and shake hands with
and
them.
shake hands with them,
One more time, shake.
and shake hands with them.
When you go to meet somebody, do you always arrive early? When you go to meet somebody, do you always arrive early? No, when
No,
I go.
no, when I go,
When I go
no, when I go
to meet somebody,
to meet
I
somebody,
don't always
I don't
arrive.
always arrive early.
Sometimes I arrive
Sometimes,
early.
sometimes I arrive early.
One more time, early.
Early. Sometimes I arrive early.
One more time, not early, but early.
Early. Sometimes I arrive early,
And sometimes
and
I arrive
sometimes
late.
I arrive late.
Okay. What's the difference between bring and take? What's the difference between bring and take? The
The
difference
difference
between
between
bring and
bring and take
is that bring means,
is that brings means
not brings means, but bring means
is that bring means
carry here,
carry here,
whereas take means
whereas take means
carry there.
carry there.
Okay. Now, bring your book to me, please. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm
bringing
bringing my
my
book to you.
Yes. Give me a sentence with bring in it, please. Give me a sentence with bring in it, please. I bring my
I bring
back
my back
to the lesson
to
with
the
me.
lesson with me.
Give me a sentence with take in it. Give me a sentence with take in it. I take
I
my
take
bag
my back
home with me
home with me
after the lesson.
after the lesson.
Now, what am I? Sorry, this will be our book. Okay?
Okay.
Now, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're taking your
You're taking your book
into the corridor.
into the corridor.
Sorry, that might not. It's not so clear though. Now, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're bringing
You're bringing the book. You're bringing your book
into
from
the class.
into the classroom.
Yes. Do you bring a pen with you to school? Do you bring a pen with you to school? Yes,
Yes,
I bring
I bring
a pen
pen
with
with me to school.
Do you take this book home with you after the lesson? Do you take this book home with you after the lesson?
No,
I
I didn't. No, I don't
take
take
that book
that book
home
with
with
me
me
home with me
after the lesson.
after the lesson
Why not? Why not? Because
because
it's mine.
isn't mine.
Do you bring any food with you to school? Do you bring any food with you to school? Yes, no. Yes, I bring
No, yes, I bring
some food with me
some food with me
to school.
to school.
Do you take a camera with you when you go on holiday? Do you take a camera with you when you go on holiday? Yes, no. Yes, I
Yes,
take
I take
camera with me
a camera with me
when I go on holiday.
when I go on holiday.
What do you bring with you to school? What do you bring with you to school? I bring
I
my
bring my uh,
bag
bag with me
to school.
to school.
Yes. Now, before we continue with your new work, we're going to have a dictation first, okay?
Okay.
And also, we're supposed to have another reading activity next, and I'll just note that down to be read next lesson. This will be dictation 20 for you. Okay. And please tell me once you are ready.
Dictation 20.
Yes. We have done this before, am I right?
I think so, yes.
Okay. So you will just type the words that I will say.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start. January, comma, February, comma, March, comma.
In a second.
Okay.
January.
January. Don't worry, I will be repeating it 3 times.
Okay.
January, February, March.
January,
January, comma, February,
comma,
comma, March, comma. April, comma, May, comma, June, comma. April, May, June.
comma, May,
April, comma, May, comma, June, comma.
comma. Okay.
July, comma, August, comma, September, comma. July, August,
July,
September. July, comma, August,
August,
comma, September,
comma,
comma.
September, comma.
October, comma, November, comma, December, full stop.
October, comma,
October, November,
November,
December. October, comma, November, comma, December, full stop.
December, full stop. Okay.
Here. For the months of the year, always capitalize or the first letter
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
capital in a big letter, okay? Okay.
Okay.
February spelling, there is a U after R. March, letter R. April, May, June, July. July, it's a letter Y, not an I.
Ah, okay, okay.
August, spelling of August. This one. September, October, November. That would be a V there. And then December, DE, DEC.
Okay.
Okay, let's continue. That pub is full in the evenings. Full stop. That pub is full in the evenings.
Can you repeat it, please?
That pub is full in the evenings. Full stop.
Full. Oh, full stop. Sorry.
In the evenings as well. With an S.
Ah, okay, okay.
Okay. Now, the battle was above us. The battle was above us. The battle was above us. In the air, full stop. In the air. In the air, full stop. Above. Spelling. The water below us. The water below us. The water below us was very deep. Full stop. Was very
Sure.
deep.
Can you repeat, please? The water
The water below us
below us
was very deep. Full stop. Was very deep. Was very deep. Full stop.
full stop.
Below has only one L.
Okay.
Let's continue. Last month was January. Full stop. Last month was January. Last month was January. Full stop.
Was January. January. Full stop. Okay. Off.
Okay. Next month will be March. Full stop. Next month will be March. Next month will be March. Full stop. If I want to eat, comma, if I want to eat, if I want to eat, comma, I must go either home, I must go either home, I must go either home
There.
or to a restaurant, full stop, or to a restaurant, or to a restaurant, full stop. Want? Is that a typo?
Huh?
The T? It must be. Okay, I want to eat. If I want to
Oh.
eat,
Ah, yeah.
if I want to eat, I must go either home or to a restaurant. That's it. Last one. We can enter the bar. We can enter the bar. We can enter the bar by this door, full stop. By this door. By this door, full stop. Okay, and that's that. So we finish our dictation. And Gab, please take note of some spelling mistakes that you made, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's continue with your new work. Please repeat quite.
Quite.
Yes, please listen. The word quite is an adverb. If we say Mr. Brown speaks French quite well, it means that he doesn't speak it very well and he doesn't speak it badly. It's between good and bad. Now, do you speak English quite well? Do you speak English quite well? Yes, I speak.
Yeah, I speak English quite well.
Yes. Do you go to the cinema quite often? Do you go to the cinema quite often? Yes, no.
No, I don't
I
go
don't
to
go to
the
the cinema.
no, I don't go to the cinema quite often.
Right, very often.
Very often.
Do you think learning English is quite easy, quite difficult, or very difficult? Do you think learning English is quite easy, quite difficult, or very difficult? I
I
think
think
learning English
learning English
is
it's quite difficult.
quite difficult.
Quite. Just a quite. Just a little.
Just a little. Okay. Well, that's good. Please repeat pure,
Pure.
impure.
Impure.
Please listen. The word pure is an adjective. The word pure means clean or not mixed with anything. For example, pure water means clean water, and pure water is good for the health. The word impure is an adjective. The opposite of pure is impure. For example, not all the food or wine we buy in the shops are always pure. Sometimes it's pure and sometimes it's impure. Is pure water bad for the health? Is pure water bad for the health? No, pure
No,
water
pure water
isn't bad for the health.
isn't bad for the health.
It's good for the
It's
health.
good for the health.
Is the wine we buy in the shops always pure? Is the wine we buy in the shops always pure? No, the wine
No, the wine
we buy in the
we
shops
buy it in the shops
isn't always pure.
isn't always pure.
Sometimes it's pure
Sometimes it's pure
and sometimes it's impure.
and sometimes it's impure.
Please repeat promise.
Promise.
Please listen. The word promise is a verb. To promise means to say that you will do or give something to someone. For example, parents often promise to their children that they'll give them some sweets if they do well at school. Another example, my ex boyfriend promised to love me, but he didn't. Okay. Now, do you ever promise to give something to somebody and then not give it? Do you ever promise to give something to somebody and then not give it? Yes, no. Yes, I sometimes
Okay. Yes, I sometimes
promise to give something
promise to give something
to somebody
to somebody
and then not give it.
and then don't give it.
Not and then more time and then not give it.
And then not give it.
Do you always do what you promise to do? Do you always do what you promise to do? Yes,
Yes,
no.
I always do what I promise to do.
Promise to do. Please repeat polite.
Polite.
Impolite.
Unpolite.
One more time, not on. One more time. Impolite.
Impolite.
Yes, adult.
Adult.
Teenager.
Teenager.
Please listen. The word adult is a noun. We call people in the age of above 20 adults. The word teenager is a noun. We call people in the ages of 13 to 19 teenagers.
Okay.
For example, you are an adult and I am a teenager. You don't believe me. Okay. The word polite is an adjective. When people are polite to others, it means they do and show things in a pleasant way. For example, adults are more polite than teenagers. The word impolite is an adjective. It is the opposite of polite. For example, waiters and waitresses aren't always polite to people in restaurants. Sometimes they are polite and sometimes they are impolite. Now, I'm sorry there. Are waiters and waitresses always polite to people in restaurants? Are waiters and waitresses always polite to people in restaurants? No,
No waitress and no waitress and
waiters
no waiters
and waitresses
and waitresses
aren't always polite
and always polite
to people in restaurants.
to people in restaurants.
Sometimes they're polite
Sometimes they are polite
and
and sometimes
they
they are impolite.
Are teenagers generally more polite than adults? Are teenagers generally more polite than adults?
No,
Teenagers
teenagers
aren't generally
aren't generally
more polite than
more polite than adults.
They're generally
They generally
less polite than
less polite than adults.
Please repeat. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Yes, please listen. When we want to speak to somebody we don't know, the first thing we generally say is, excuse me. For example, when we don't know the way to the station, we say, excuse me, can you tell me the way to the station, please? Now, when we want to speak to somebody we don't know, what is the first thing we generally say? When we want to speak to somebody we don't know, what is the first thing we generally say? When
We say when we want
to speak to
to
somebody
speak to somebody
we don't know,
we don't know,
first thing
first thing
we generally say,
we generally say,
excuse me,
excuse me,
give me an example.
give me an example.
Question. Give me an example, please. Give an
Give me
example.
an example, please.
Excuse me. Can you tell me?
Excuse me,
Can you
can you tell me
to the state? Sorry, the way to the
the way to the station,
please.
please?
Okay. Now, Gab, we have another dictation, but because we are running out of time, I will just skip this dictation. Okay.
Okay.
And also, that is the end of stage 3. After stage 3, there is no full book revision. So we go directly to stage 4. Now, please repeat help.
Health.
Not health, but help.
Help.
Yes, that's correct. Wife, wives.
Wife. Wives.
Okay, please listen. The word help is a verb. The word help means to make it possible or easier for someone to do something by doing part of their work yourself or by providing advice, money, support, etc. For example, I can't carry the table because it's heavy. If you help me, we can carry it together. Another example, if you can't answer a question, the teacher helps you to answer it. Now, we have the word wife. The plural of wife is wives. For example, husbands in this country generally help their wives in the house. What's the plural of wife? What's the plural of wife?
The
The
plural
plural
of wives.
wife.
Oh, sorry. The plural of wife, it's wives.
Do husbands in that country generally help their wives in the house? Do husbands in that country generally help their wives in the house?
Yes.
Yes, no. Yes,
Husbands
husbands in this
in this
country
country
generally help
generally help
their wives
their
in the
wife
house.
their wives in the house.
If you can't answer a question during the lesson, who helps you to answer it? If you can answer a question during the lesson, who helps you to answer it?
If I
If I
an-
can't,
if I
if I can't
if I can't
answer a question
answer a question
during the lesson,
during the lesson,
the teacher
the
helps
teacher
me to answer it.
help me to answer.
One more time, not help, helps
Helps me to answer.
to answer it.
To answer it.
If you help me, do you think we can lift this table together? If you help me, do you think we can lift this table together? Yes, if I help
Yes.
you,
If I have
not help
if I help
you,
you,
I think we
I
can
think
lift
we can lift
that table
that
together.
table together.
Please repeat common.
Common.
Please listen. The word common is an adjective. If something is common, it means it is used, done, or shared by two or more people. For example, all people drink water. The most common drink for us is water. In Japan, the most common drink besides water is tea. What is the most common drink in that country besides water? Which is the most common drink in that country besides water?
The most common drink in
Tea?
this
Coffee?
tea
Is the most
is the most
common
common
drink
drink
in this
in
country
this country
besides water.
beside water.
One more time, besides.
Beside water.
Let me hear the S. Besides
Besides
water.
water.
Please repeat. Fire.
Fire.
Please listen. The word fire is a noun. A fire is a small pile of burning wood or coal, etc., that you make in order to produce heat. For example, in winter, some houses in Europe have fires at home. It makes them warm. Do you have a fire at home in winter? Do you have a fire at home in winter? Yes, no.
No,
No, I don't have
no, I don't have
a fire at
a
home
fire at home
in
in
winter.
winter.
Okay. And Gab, we will just end there for your Callan. You're going to have 2 reading activities in your next class and 1 dictation. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. I will let you go already. Thank you and enjoy your day. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.